Hey, what's up guys, TechTine here, and I am back again with a brand new video. So before I begin this video, as always, I want to thank you all so much for watching this one, previous videos. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so for more tech videos. Also, if you want to keep up with me, ask me questions, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. So I'm actually working on a giveaway. For more updates on that, just follow me there. So today I'm going to be comparing these two phones. So they might be similar in terms of how they look at first, but they're actually kind of different. So this right here is the ZTE Blade Z Max. I did an unboxing and a review. I'll leave it linked in the description below. So the price difference is $20. The ZTE Blade Z Max comes in at $100 versus the ZTE Blade Force comes in at $80. But that's not really the only difference. Actually, there are quite a few differences, and let's start by talking about the design. So as for the ZTE Blade Z Max Pro, this phone, actually, smartphones, it's kind of one of my favorite phones under $100 because this design, it looks really good. It's comfortable. It feels good in the hand, and the metal sides give it that premium feel. The back is made out of plastic, but this plastic has a nice touch to it, and you also get your fingerprint sensor, dual cameras, an LED flash. Your tactile, I really like these buttons, by the way. The tactile power and volume up and down buttons, and they're all on the right hand side. You also get these capacitive buttons. I don't like the way they look. I wish that there was some sort of indication, which is the back and which is the multitasking, but it is what it is. And on the bottom you get USB-C, which is nice to see on phones that cost this much. So you also get the legendary 3.5mm headphone jack. So the camera on the ZTE Blade Z Max is 16 megapixels and a 2 megapixel sensor, and the front is 8 megapixels. Okay, so let's put this down and take a look at the ZTE Blade Force. Might seem like the smaller version, but there are actually, like I said, quite a few differences. So in terms of design, so this one has a 6-inch 1080p display. This one has a 5.5-inch IPS 720p panel, so lower resolution. That's the first difference. And in terms of the way that they look, this one is not as premium feeling as the Blade Z Max. So it's plastic throughout, and there's no sign of metal. The buttons are tactile, but they are made out of plastic, so keep that in mind. Also, you get an 8 megapixel sensor on the back and a 5 megapixel sensor on the front. Same capacitive buttons, like I said, not a huge fan, which is kind of disappointing since now we're in 2018. You get micro USB. Disappointed. And you also get a microphone right there. And you do still get the legendary 3.5mm headphone jack. Now the blue accent looks cool, but it's still plastic. Now in terms of processing and speed and things like that, they're actually kind of similar. Now they're not identical, but they are similar. So in day-to-day tasks, now this is not really a scientific test, but day-to-day tasks like opening up the phone app, about the same. The Blade Force might have been a hair faster, but not really a huge difference in day-to-day. Messaging app 321, see, about the same. So in terms of day-to-day tasks like multitasking, browsing with the web, things like that, they're similar. So another difference is that these two phones have is the battery. The ZTE Blade Z Max, I believe, comes in at a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, which is massive, but I guess that's expected from a 6-inch 1080p phone. Versus the smaller 3000 milliamp hour battery, which honestly I think that they should perform about the same in terms of battery life. The reason I say that is because larger display requires more power, the screen resolution is higher, requires more power, versus a smaller display requires less power because the resolution is also less. Now in terms of display, obviously more resolution is so more resolution doesn't necessarily mean better, but since the display quality in terms of how good it looks, it's about similar. I do prefer the ZTE Blade Z Max just for the fact that it has better resolution. Jump in and talk about the cameras. The Blade Z Max has a better camera, not only just because of the resolution. Obviously, resolution doesn't necessarily mean a better camera, but the pictures that come out of this phone just look better in terms of color, reproduction, dynamic range, exposure, things like that. The picture looks better. So the camera on the ZTE Blade Force isn't too shabby. It's decent. It's just the color reproduction is just not right. In terms of camera quality, I really do gotta give it to the ZTE Blade Z Max. So one thing that I also gotta mention, which is another difference, is that yeah, this has a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, which is a really large battery, and this one, like I said, has a 3,000 milliamp hour. The ZTE Blade Z Max comes equipped with USB-C quick charge, while the ZTE Blade Force does not. Let me say this right now. So this one comes standard with 32 gigabytes of storage. This one only comes with 16. Now they both support a micro SD card, but having 32 gigabytes straight out of the box is just nice. We are in 2018. I think every phone should have that feature. Especially the price difference is really low. It's only $20. Let's start playing. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So in terms of speaker quality, it's pretty similar, but in terms of how good the picture, so in terms of speaker quality, it's pretty similar, but you also get 3.5mm headphone jacks. So yeah. Okay. So let me wrap it up in a conclusion. I didn't want to make this video too long. It's probably already too long. So let me wrap this video up in a conclusion. I would recommend the ZTE Blade Z Max right off the top, and the reason I say that now, okay, let me clear it up. So if you're looking at these phones and you only care about performance, then they're both pretty similar. Keep in mind that this one has 32 gigabytes of storage at the top, this one has 16, but in terms of pure performance, like day-to-day tasks, it's pretty similar. Software is also similar. Now this one is the update, so this one has 7.1.1 while this just has 7.0, and I already got an update. I'll install that later. But yeah, so the ZTE Blade Z Max is more modern to me than the ZTE Blade Force, and for the extra $20, it would just make more sense to get this phone than this phone right here. The reason I say that, I mean, you get USB-C with fast charging, while over here you still get micro USB, which is not really future-proof to me. Okay, let's close that. But like I said, if you're looking at it in terms of pure specs, pretty similar. Now, yeah, this one does have the bigger battery, but the reason I recommend the ZTE Blade Z Max more than the ZTE Blade Force is this one has a bigger battery. It looks better to my eye. It feels better in the hand. You get more features like the fingerprint scanner, better camera, better display, bigger battery, more storage, and yeah, I mean overall across the board, this one's just better, except for day-to-day tasks or software updates, because apparently this one is better. But yeah, I mean, let me just wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm doing a giveaway soon, so stay tuned for that. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. All in the next one. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. Be sure to check out previous videos, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.